Hey guys, just quick review on a case here. This is a case I do want to put a build in, but it's not the one I ordered. I ordered a white case, got a black case. But, you know, all in all, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just, instead of doing a white theme, I'll do a black theme. Oh wait, my other one is already black, so it won't be that hard. Anyway, so if you do order a case, double check it when you get it to make sure it's what you ordered. That's all I gotta say. I like the side panel here. It's magnetized. Pull tab helps keep your fingers and you're not trying to dig behind it. Hinges are a little thick, greasy thick, I think. There's a little bit of lube on them, not much. Put this down here. So, this is a mid-tower case, and I'll put a link below to it so you guys can go find it. Got room up here for a 240mm radiator. Got magnetic dust filter, which I like. That's nice. Magnetized. Nice fine mesh. Help keep the dust out. But that's the top, and usually you're helping air go out the top. This will also take, well, it looks of it, the 280 or 140s or 280 AIO radiator, or 120s and 240s. So you can get both in there. So you can do the, if you're going to do an AIO, you can do a 240 or a 280. So that's nice. Again, magnet. Get that back in place so we don't lose it. On the front here we got 3 fans. These are RGB. The blades look like pretty decent. Got a nice swoop to them, so it looks like they should move a decent amount of air. On the front panel here, it's mesh again. This is not removable from what I can see. Don't look like it. But seeing as how we're here, let's see. Maybe, just maybe. I don't want to break it. Now, that's a project for another day. Okay. It has a filter down here. On this, I think they should have did a little bit better job. It's just personal opinion, because if you're doing this while the system's together and running, you're not going to want to have to tip your system upside down just to get this filter back into place, and then squish it and get it up over. And so they could have done this better. That's just my personal opinion. Again, opinion. But I like the fact that it does have a mesh. Down here you'll see the bottom side where you get to mount your drive bays. 2.5 and 3.5s, either or, not both, the same spot obviously. It's supposed to be a mid-tower. Should take an ATX motherboard, and my motherboard will fill this. My MSI 97X5 gaming. So mine will fill it. It does have some standoffs in it pre-installed. It's got 6, and I'd have to put my other ones here. So I mean, my cables are going to be right here at the edge where my board would be, right here. So my little system will fit in here barely. Back. Now, I didn't see it anywhere, but apparently you can get a vertical card stand for this case. It does have some screw holes down here at the bottom. Those actually look like fan mounts, so I don't know where, well, you guys can't see that. I don't know where the bracket for this is. I didn't see it listed anywhere. Most people are going to do these. And I wish companies would stop using these punch outs. You got to punch these out to get it where you want it. It's not that much more. The amount of money they spent making this happen, they could have made these just pull outs. Because like I say, I haven't seen nowhere where I can buy the vertical stand. Let me touch it down just a bit more. There you go. Are these captive? Nope, these are not captive, but they are thumb screws, so that's nice. Let's get to the back side of it here. Put those to the side so I don't lose them. Instruction sheet. Basic. If you have never built a computer before, make sure you look at your sheet. It'll give you much needed information, or contact me. We have in back, we have a plastic bag with screws and standoffs. I'm going to leave that attached at the moment. Until I get ready to use the case, I'm not going to use it. Let's see. We have our USBs. We have a USB, there's USB 2, USB 3, your power LED switches, reset switch. And this reset switch goes to the fan controller. So when you press this button, it's going to cause it to go through here and cycle through your color modes on the fans. That's what this controller is for. As you see, all the fans are connected to it. These fans are also daisy chainable. I'm assuming they're 3-pin. Yes, they are. They're 3-pin RGBs, or ARGB. So if you have other ARGB stuff that you want to put in there, you can. This is your power for it. And you got one for your fan headers. So let's go over build quality now, real quick, while we're back here. Just fold it over so they don't get in the way. Build quality. Switch feels good. Very nice tactile feel to the switches, which is nice. In case you get them, it feels like you're pushing on jelly or jello, depending on your favorite food. It's solid. I mean, I can't push it corner to corner, so it's not weak. That'll leave a mark. Like I said, the only downside I'm seeing to this are these. These could have been, better. They could have been the kind that you pull out. That way, if you change something, you can, if you pop one out to put in an add-in card, and you eventually take that card out, you're going to have a gaping hole down here at the bottom. So, for the future, because I know the company's going to watch this. For the future, try and get them. If you're not going to offer this stand, because the only other vertical mounts I've seen that are worth going, I wouldn't buy a Lee & Lee right now. They got too many problems with the card, the header card that the cable plugs into and your video card plugs into. I wouldn't buy a Lee & Lee right now if I were you. It's just, that's the way it is. The only other card or setup that's worth it is $200, and it actually mounts them inside the case using this vertical rail right here. The bracket mounts to this vertical rail, and even then it's still going to put the card next to the outside edge. So for future, I would ditch this if they're not going to offer the actual piece or a decent setup for it, and retool this area so it's some screws and these just pull out, they don't pop out, because like I say, if you got to change it, you're leaving a gaping hole. I suppose I could check fitting it for the power supply real quick. Let me grab one. See as how this one's the one that's out in the open right now. So yeah, your power supplies will fit no problem. Just make sure you mount them the proper way. This case does have ventilation at the bottom, so you'll want to mount your power supplies with your fan at the bottom like this. Down there. Overall, the case is decent, with just a few minor things. I didn't mention it before, but there's some cable management here built into the case. They've got these little depressions in it so you can attach cable ties. You got another space here for another SSD, and then you've got a cage down here at the bottom that appears to be removable, but I'm not sure exactly which way it's removable. I'll have to get that screwed in. Yeah, it's got two screws here at the bottom. You can slide the cage out if you want to put a 3.5 in there. Put it in. Use the screws to mount it, and then put these screws back in that'll hold it in place. Personally, if I were you, I would actually pull this out. If you're going to put a 2.5, because you got space for 1, 2, 3 2.5 inch SSDs, I would mount them on the backboard here. I'd pull this cage out to give you more room for cable management. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure others may disagree with me, and that's okay. It's a free country. We're allowed to disagree. Other than that, that's basically it. It's not a bad case. Just wish they'd paid attention to my order and got me the right one. That's what I ordered. But, like I said, I can just change my theme. It's not a big deal. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my son's computer inside this. He needs a nicer computer. He needs one with more fans. So I can get this set up on his. And, yeah. Plus, the computer he's got right now has no filtration in it at all. It's a weekly dusting theme, so. My son's computer will go in here. I'll keep mine in the case it's in. And, that's it for this one. Thanks for checking out SOP. Later.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a quick PC case review in the Vetroo AL800 pink ATX case. This case has both filters on the top and on the side panel on the back. They're both pink, which I really like. It also has a pink filter on the bottom for the power supply. There is a handle or a spot to put your hand to remove the front panel. It comes with 3 ARGB fans in the front. They're pink and white. They're 3-pin ARGB standard, but they're also 3-pin for the power. They're not 4-pin. It does come with a fan hub. I had problems with the fan hub. I'm not sure if it was the motherboard's software or if it was the fan hub itself, but I replaced it because I bought 3 fans for this case and it came with the fan hub, but just beware of that. The 3 included black fans are not PWM. I just used 2 of them in exhaust in the very top, and you're not really able to see that from the outside, especially with the black going around the glass like that. I really like the fact that they have that side intake. You could put it as exhaust, I guess, but I would definitely put it as intake. And you could put a 240 millimeter radiator there. On the website, on their website, it just says that there's only room for 220 millimeter fans there, but I think a creative person could put a 240 millimeter radiator there. You just got to be aware that it could interfere with the GPU. The GPU I put in was 301 millimeter, and it would definitely hit that one. I think a 290 millimeter, you could squeeze it in there. You could definitely squeeze it in there with a 280 millimeter. There's a little bit more room above the motherboard in this case than your typical case, and so that should help with radiator support. I really like above the power supply that it's perforated. Be aware there is a cutout for the power supply so you can see the power supply through the glass, because that means that lower fan will actually get air to the GPU. This case has really good airflow. Just from the 3 front fans, it really blows in there. Overall, I would give the case an 8 out of 10. I would have really liked it to just been pink and white and to not have any of the black in there. They could have just got rid of all 3 of those black fans and either put white around the glass or pink around the glass. There is enough room to run all the necessary wires, but personally, I would have liked to see more slots cut into the top. And I also would have liked the slots to have been a little wider. They don't need to be any deeper. They got that right, but they could have been a little wider. Thanks for watching the video. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below.
Thank you.